I have been studying um, Green Tara, who is referred to as the female Buddha in Tibetan Buddhism. And there's a couple things that I really, I study with a lot of kind of divine energy to see what kind of helps me crystallize that relationship with God, like even more directly and maybe even more focused, and a different kind of prayer comes to me. And with Tara, what I completely am thriving from is, first of all, she has 21 emanations. So, as a woman, actually, as any individual, we have all these sides to us, and hers get a name. There's black, wrathful Tara, there's like peaceful white Tara. So, it's kind of like allowing all our archetypes to exist and even invite them forward as gold, where we try to maybe stuff down the angry parts of us, right? Here's an invitation to look at them in a really different way. And I'm going to link below the book that kind of goes into each one in depth. And if you're interested at all, I found it a really good resource. So, and I have also been chanting with a mantra, and that's also something very new for me. And it so frees my frontal lobe to really allow things just kind of circulate in there. Because I'm doing an action, it's kind of like I use swinging on the swings the same way, and some people can use walking as a meditation, where sometimes a moving meditation is even better, because now you've distracted the upper layer of your brain, so you can kind of sink in a little bit deeper without as many distractions. So those two things have been so strong. And the other thing is, a lot of the depictions of her, the kind of small icon that I have of her mudra is, she always has 1 foot forward, that she's absolutely ready to get up in action, which I love. She's not just kind of like a resting, separated from all worries. Her identity is really to relieve suffering and worry, but she does it through fierce and ruthless compassion. I love that combination of softness and compassion aflame. Like, everything about that appeals to me. And because I spoke yesterday of our polarity, right? Our soft and hard can exist, and if the closer we can get that in harmony, as opposed to combating each other, that's such a beautiful experience. And that's why one of the reasons, like, I recommend kind of poking around to see what sort of kind of, I'm going to use the phrase ascended masters, but the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of Mother Mary, the teachings of Green Tar. Now, I'm very drawn to right now feminine Christ consciousness. So I'm very drawn to kind of more feminine iconography, after really going hard with my warrior energy and really needing like Father God by my side. So I've been able to really deepen my own personal connection directly to the source, to God, through different types of prayer and through studying someone whose soul has been through so many iterations. She's got so much wisdom to share. So what I'm offering you today is to ask you the question of, are there any sources, kind of, obviously your relationship with God is so important. If you speak directly to God on the regular, amazing. Continue to do that, of course. But just to enrich that experience, is there someone whose teachings really speak to you? And maybe making that part of your practice, even just, a traditional thing I know is sticking a pin in a Bible and opening up to where it is and just reading that one verse. I think that those kinds of things are really beautiful. And that's actually akin to me drawing like I draw an archetype card every day just to see what kind of energy is coming up for me. So again, whatever helps you feel a little closer to your source energy, that helps you feel a little bit more integrated with it, where you're bringing it to you and you're rising up. Really, that bridge back and forth is beautiful. And sometimes our spinning out is that we're stuck in between. Been stuck in between on the regular in the past like month or two, and that's part of what's going on in the world. But that travel back and forth from being able to bring God, your experience of God, into this plane and on this earth, however that happens for you, is such a blessing. And then in turn, by the very nature of the relationship, you will also be drawn up to a larger, broader, higher level of consciousness. And so don't shy away from that. Now, I will tell you that the journey back and forth feels like, well, like for me, I get very discombobulated. I get like, where the fuck am I? But it's not frightening. It's more a little overwhelming. But you have to have faith and you have to have trust. And especially if you're in touch with your own center and you know that like, whoa, I'm wobbling, but like the point of the top doesn't come away, right? As long as the point of the top has a place to land, you're all right as you flail around. So, again, what I offer you today is to just dive a little deeper into what gets you closer to that, bringing the energy down and then circulating your energy higher. And that is what came up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.